Hi, so this week I want to talk to you about context. Now, this is something that I'm going to be talking a lot more about this year. And what do I mean by that in terms of social media? Well, I mean, why are people on a particular platform in the first place? Not what are you trying to say to them there, what is appropriate to say to them there. It's more about your end user, your customer. For example, why are they on Facebook? And is your message that you're sending out there, your broadcast, your sales pitch, does it fit in with that reason? In which case, if it does, great, then they'll read it. If it doesn't, you're annoying people, you'll get little click through, you'll get, there's no point spending your money on sponsorship, etc. So, you have to think very carefully about each network. So the ones that you've chosen to be on, what is the intention of the person using it? And is your message going to match that? Don't annoy people is the key point here. It's about not spamming. So I thought I'd give you a little heads up on the general perception of why people are on each platform. So for example, I started with Facebook, so we'll start there. Facebook, people are on Facebook to stay in touch with their lives. They are there connecting with friends, checking up with what's going on, maybe looking at events. If your business page update falls into their stream, is it going to look out of place? If it doesn't, then they'll read it and they'll click through. If it's interesting, if it catches, that sense of humour, it tends to have to be a little bit more personal in that sense so that people actually look at it. Twitter, in theory, people are there for conversation. They're actively looking for something in real time. And that's the key for Twitter. It is all about real time. They're searching for something, they've popped on in their coffee break, they're looking for a specific piece of information. Are you going to fall into that in any way? If not, you'll just get ignored, you'll disappear in the noise. Pinterest is an interesting one. Pinterest is rapidly growing. It has slightly more users than Twitter itself now. But people basically on Pinterest have an intention to buy. Now that might be right now, or it might be an aspiration to buy in the future. My perfect house boards are a classic example of that. This is how I want this particular wallpaper when I have my dream home. But the intention to buy is still behind it. So you've got to think very carefully about that. Great for product. How do you use that as a service-based business? YouTube, pretty much the most searched for term on the entire internet and definitely on YouTube is how to. From a business point of view, how to. If you can do things like that, or you can do demonstrations or videos like this even, where I'm giving you information, I'm helping you with something. That's what people are looking for on YouTube. That's outside of the latest pop video and what they missed on their latest TV show from a business perspective. Instagram is the other one that's growing quite rapidly. And Instagram, again, a lot of chat now happens on Instagram, and it's about conversation around shared interest. It may be visual, it's photographic based, but if you're showing a photograph of an area of interest or a shared interest, then you can get conversations going. So how are you going to apply this? How are you going to relook at your content so that it fits in with which platforms you're on and you're intending to do more with, so that you can engage more with your customers? I'd really love to know what you think and where you're going to focus your energy and how you're going to change what you do based on context. So get in touch and leave me something in the comments below.